Bust it.
They present the popular radio program Political Platform on the Ray Power FM network. Ray Power FM Political Platform, now on television. Keep track of the country's polity and be part of the process as they discuss and put political developments in the country into perspective. It's Ray Power Political Platform on AIT Abuja.
Hello out there, and thanks for joining us on Political Platform. Thank you so much. 30 minutes will be taking the roots of political developments in Nigeria and provide you with all the updates. We have so much to share with you. The president is back in Abuja. I came in yesterday, and a lot of issues are rising. Somebody has said that if the president is going to contest elections, the president will not get her support, and that's the Minister for Women Affairs, ISAH. The woman says she has her support already given to Atiku Abubakar, former vice president, if the former vice president intends to contest the election. And the vice president took to the maybe our advice, or it was already in the plan. We don't want to say that we're the one that prompted him, but it could be that he was in Benue yesterday, which was very, very good to see things for himself. We want to commend the government for taking this step, even if it is not as a result of the prompting from Nigerians and from political platform, that it was even a thing that he took on to go to Makurdi to see the plight of those who are under the water. Good report, and we believe that it is not also too much for the president, maybe before the weekend, to step in there and see Nigerians who voted for him, how they are. It is never too much, and we always want to say that it is not just here. We have similar problems all over the world, and we see how leaders respond to them. And when the Vice President of the United States of America, Pence, moved over to Texas, he said, "We have come here. I have come here. I will stay. I will stay with you and help you to find out how you are going to survive under these terrible circumstances." And the president went in, joined, flew back, went again second time. That is to show that we have they have a people, they have the people in their heart, and they want to find out how the presence of the president, the vice president yesterday in Makurdi could have done a lot to really assuage the people's feelings and help them psychologically to begin to recover. Now, the Police Service Commission has come up to say the one we are talking about Senator ISAH MISAU has went through. I mean, he went through the correct process, required process to retire from the police, but the police is kicking, and they seem to believe that something is wrong. We will try all our best this morning to see if the police will talk to us on this issue. We'll try and reach out to our friend who usually will pick our calls and see if he will. We'll also be reaching out to the permanent secretary in the Police Service Commission, Musa Stephanos, who we have also notified that we are going to be talking to him on the matter. A lot of grumblings are going on amongst the members of the APC. Some say they don't know how to present the matter. But we hear that some persons are already talking on how to go and meet the president to tell him not to contest the elections. But nobody is bold enough to come out until yesterday when we saw a minister coming out to say, "I will not support the president if he wants to contest." Okiri Agbos Remis, my name is Mustafa Mohammed, is on the platform.
Thank you. You know, there's this proverb in Hausa that they said, you are expecting the fire from blacksmith's fire pot, but then suddenly the fire is coming from the cotton wire house. You know, nobody was expecting a cabinet minister, you know, coming out to go against her principal. Of course, a lot of people also said the woman is very brave for coming out to make her political aspiration and who she wants to support, you know, known to everyone. Of course, we know Atiku had contested a few times in the past.
And I have Uju Eje on the platform this morning. To Uju Eje, you have a lot of.
Here, listening to Mustafa, he said a cabinet minister going against, but I think it may not be that she's going against. Maybe she's concerned, genuinely concerned for his health, and believes that he's really served this country. I mean, he's been a head of state, now he's president. Even while he was contesting all along, he was contributing to the Council of States. So he has served in so many measures, and she believes that he actually deserves some rest at this point in time. But again, some other persons, like I guess, believe he should continue. And then talking about the one of the vice president, it's a good thing that they are, they are also considering what political platform has been talking about, the dredging of River Benue and actually building water channels. That's a very, very good one, and it will go a long way in helping Benue State overcome the problem of flooding. And
Dr. Amechi Anako is also on the platform this morning. Thank you so much, Amechi, for joining us.
Thank you, Hiria. It's very dicey one for the APC to handle. The minister said, the president said initially that he was going for one term, and now he believes the president will keep his word. And even if the president doesn't keep his word, she's going to indeed support some other person. Well, let's see how the party handles it. Very delicate and sensitive ones. Not just her, so many other persons within the party and within the cabinet may have their loyalties as well.
All right, I will just stop you now, Amechi. I'm having Chief Mike Okiro, former Inspector General of Police, on the line with us this morning on the issue of the retirement of Distinguished Senator ISAH MISAU. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us on the program, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us on the program, sir.
Thank you.
Now, just a quick one. You invited the Distinguished Senator ISAH MISAU to come and with his letter of retirement. And you also issued a statement yesterday saying that he properly retired. Can you explain how you arrived at this conclusion, sir?
We invited him because we were told that he was parading a letter of retirement purportedly coming from Police Service Commission.
Yes.
We invited him to be original to ensure that the paper he had actually and genuinely understood the Police Service Commission.
Yes.
He failed to show up. However, our records show that on 27th of February 2014, the First Secretaries wrote a letter to Police Service Commission with a list of 111 names.
Yes.
A list of officers who have retired over a period of time. And the name, Mohammed Issa Haman, was number 16 on the list.
Yeah.
So we issued him letter of retirement based on that list from Police Force Headquarters. What I don't know is whether the paper is parading the same thing as the one we issued to him. I don't know, because we have not seen the original copy of the letter is parading as letter of retirement. We have not seen it. But our records, as I said, show that we actually genuinely issued him letter of retirement dated 5th March 2014.
Now, the question is, if you invited him to with the letter to come and show if the letter, the original letter, you want to ascertain if the letter is genuine, and he didn't appear before you, why did you hastily yesterday clear him when he has not appeared before you?
What I said, like I said earlier on, was that we just said, looked at records and found out that on the 5th of March 2014, Mohammed Issa Haman, DSP, will issue a letter of retirement based on his application dated 2010. That was all said. Whether the one parading is genuine or not, we do not know.
But
what is in our records?
Your records show that he was properly retired.
Our records show that on 5th of March, Mohammed Issa HAMMAH will issue a letter of retirement.
Now, I'm wondering, does it take up to 4 years before action could be taken on an application for retirement, letter dated 10th, 2010 and the authorization from the commission coming 2014. That's a 4-year period.
Yeah, I'm telling you that we got a letter from police force headquarters dated 27th of February 2014.
Yes.
And by 5th of March, you take action. No,
Okay.
other 1 week.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So it must be the police themselves that didn't forward the documents to you earlier as claimed by the police.
Well, I don't know.
Well, all right. Now, if the police says that you jumped the gun, you didn't carry on with the investigation properly, you didn't allow the investigation to be carried out, you didn't allow, what will you say, sir?
I've said it's a really clear ditch. Our records, according to our records,
Yes.
whether what he has with him is genuine or not, I wouldn't say. I've not seen it. But what we have in our records, what I just told you now, our
Yeah.
records
Okay.
is there. That's what I just told you. So we do hastily. This is what in our records. There's nothing like taking hasty action. Whether it came or not, this is what we have in our records. But if you have seen the letter he brought, we know whether what he brought is different from what we have in our records.
Now, because we have the privilege of talking to you. You are a former Inspector General of Police, the chairman of the Police Service Commission. You will probably grant us the permission to just ask you this question because Nigerians are worried. Allegations made by HAMMAH, Senator HAMMAH, that promotion and that promotion is carried out with followed by allegations of bribery. And the one that is making Nigerians to get worried is the amount of money that the police is allegedly collecting to post their men to sensitive positions, the banks, the oil. Are you worried as the chairman of the Police Service Commission, sir?
I'm worried, but I don't know if it is true or not. I'm not there. I'm worried if it is I'm worried at that accusation, but I don't know if it is true or not.
Are you worried enough to want to find out if it is true?
I don't have that mandate.
But as a stakeholder, there's no way you talk about police in Nigeria without mentioning Michael Kiro, Inspector General, Chairman of Police Service Commission. What is your personal opinion on this?
And I said, if it is true, it is really bad.
Okay.
And if it is false, it's equally bad to make such allegation.
But did such happen during your tenure as IGP? I
never had that. During my tenure, they have this special protection unit, and people are not paying. Police is not a regenerating body. We are there to protect people at the expense of government, not to generate funds.
But the people pay allowances as alleged. Allowances, maybe not in any other form.
Allowances? What do allowances?
Well, the allegations that some of these monies are paid like in the form of allowances, and what HAMMAH said is not actually just now. It predated even the time before you became the Inspector General of Police, and all through that monies have been paid over the years by banks, by embassies, by oil companies, and so on. Is this something that is new to you? You have never heard about it?
Yeah. The police regulation and police act are very clear on it. Regulation, we have what we call private engagement.
Yes.
Where you get policemen for private duties.
Yes.
A certain amount is normally paid, of which 1/3 is kept by the police. 2/3 is paid to police reward fund.
Okay.
Is there in the law?
Okay, so they are actually permitted under some circumstances to collect some money.
Yes.
What do we do with this money?
And that I'm telling you now. 1/3 is paid to police reward fund, and the other part is given to policemen who perform such duties.
Okay, as allowances.
Yes,
Okay.
allowances.
Okay, thank you so much for the clarification. Thank you so much.
Thank
sir.
you very much.
Thank you so much for talking with us here.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
Yeah. The former
Yes, we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, former Inspector General of Police, Michael Kiro, talking to us this morning and clearing the air on some of these gray areas. We'll be talking to the police directly in a short while. But let's go to our mailbox first, politicalplatform@yahoo.com. Let us share your views. Then we'll come to talk to the police to react to some of the issues we have raised.
Hello and welcome to the mail segment. I am Etenikan Akepu.
I'm Usaitin Yari. Welcome.
We're getting started with reactions to yesterday's program, and this mail is coming from Dayo in Lagos State. He says, I'm riding on the back of one of your emails yesterday on national unity and the case of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Truly, it's only in our national teams, particularly the Super Eagles, that no one clamors for federal character. No one cares how many Yorubas, Igbos, or Hausa players make up the national team to the exclusion of another ethnic group. In fact, you will hear an Igbo man complaining why the coach is using one Obina to play the defense at the expense of Usman, who he deems a better player. Why this is so, it's simply because passion has been built over mediocrity for the game. As the popular saying goes, you can't build something on nothing. Our politicians, statesmen, religious and socio-political leaders have deliberately refused to build passion in the citizens for Nigeria because they lack that inward passion themselves. For the country to get into the light, just like the Super Eagles, passion must be built for Nigeria, and it trickles down from top to bottom, not the opposite direction.
OC in Abuja says, I listened to your analysis yesterday on the platform with the background song by Sonny Okosu, and I cried. Which way in Nigeria? There is fire, and our leaders are so calm as if nothing is wrong. The shame of a nation, the shame of our leaders, doctors on strikes, universities under lock and key, flood in Benue, yet no National Executive Council meeting because of memo. I pray that God help us not to wake up one morning and find out that Nigeria is no more. God bless Dark Communications and Ray Power FM. God bless Political Platform crew. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
And more reactions. This is from Christy Victor in Kubwa, Abuja. She says, when I listened to Mr. Ohiria and Dr. Amechi talk about Nigerians' attitude, I say to myself that how I wish that 1. Parents would begin to teach children morals and integrity. 2. And church begin to teach holiness, righteousness, and all the thou shalt nots of the Holy Bible, and not much teaching on prosperity. 3. The government can respect the law of the land and enforce it when necessary. Lastly, if they will bridge the gap between the poor and the rich, then put an end to the worshipping of money and begin to worship sincerity and integrity. I believe this negative character will stop. God bless Nigeria.
Chijoke in Lagos says, after leaving Nigerians guessing for days, the Nigerian Police Commission yesterday cleared the APC senator from Bauchi State of the accusation of being a deserter. According to them, his resignation followed due process. Now the real issue is which accusation against the police force of collecting bribe to provide special service to companies and VIPs should be looked into, and it must not be allowed to die down like others. A situation where one file is dusted and looked into only when he or she accuses or suggests ideas contrary to powers that be does not speak good of the image of this country. The police is a symbol of the nation. They are the people we look up to in the fight against corruption, and only the right precedents will make us believe them. That's the much we can bring your way on the mail segment. Keep sending your mails to politicalplatform@yahoo.com.
Bust it!
They present the popular radio program Political Platform on the Ray Power FM network. Ray Power FM Political Platform, now on television. Keep track of the country's polity and be part of the process as they discuss and put political developments in the country into perspective. It's Ray Power Political Platform on AIT Abuja.
Yeah, thank you so much. And we right away will be going straight to the police, and I have the first PRO, our friend Moshood Jimon, on the line to react to some of the issues. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us on the program.
Thank you once again. Thank you. Good morning, Nigerians.
Yeah, we just spoke with the chairman of the Police Service Commission. I don't know if you were able to listen.
I couldn't listen.
You couldn't listen.
We're on assignment.
All right.
Just stepped out.
Now, thank you. And I also want to put in the record that we want to appreciate that you call us, and we call you whenever we call you. You also pick. And this morning, even at short notice, I didn't have the privilege of calling you early this morning, but you are just picking up. We thank you so much for always answering our call.
Yes, sir.
Now, the Police Service Commission has issued a clearance for MISAU. Is the police having any problem with that?
We don't have problem with anybody or with anything. We are insisting that the law must be obeyed, no matter how highly placed an individual is. Everybody in Nigeria, the rule of law must be upheld.
Yeah.
The fact still remains that we don't have any correspondence as was claimed in that report. If actually that press release was from the spokesperson from the commission, then it is unfortunate because to the Nigerian Police Force, AP number 57300, DSP Mohammed ISAH HAMMAH is a deserter of the force.
Now, the chairman of the Police Service Commission said their reaction, their action to issue a retirement letter, which they say they have claimed that they actually issued, was based on communications from the police.
We don't have record of such communication. I beg to say this. If you have to clear any letter, I think the letter that you have to clear must be cited. Because first of all, DSAP number 57300, DSP Mohammed ISAH HAMMAH, was invited by the commission because the special investigation panel set up by the IG wrote the commission to clear the doubt on that letter.
Yes. And
the commission now based their invitation on the letter written by the special police investigation panel into the matter. And subsequently, he was asked to go there yesterday, which according to the statement from the spokesperson of the commission, accredited to the spokesperson of the commission, he did not show up. And where is the letter that you now authenticate? Because if you say a letter is genuine, you must present it. If you say a letter is printed. So what I'm driving at is that there's no any record of correspondence or writing from the Nigerian Police Force headquarters to the commission for him to be retired. And it's never happened in the history of this country that somebody will retire in 2010 and get retirement letter in 2014.
I have seen a copy. I have seen a copy of the.
Excuse me, sir. Seen the copy.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
I have seen a copy of the communication. It was not just DSP HAMMAH whose name was on that list. His name was number 16, and the.
And if somebody is resigning from the force,
yes,
it's different from somebody that retire that served the force for 35 years and retire.
Yes.
Those two circumstances are different. The discharge certificate in the force is signed by the Inspector General of Police and not by the Police Service Commission. Me, I've not seen this letter you are talking about. But if you have seen it, you look at it properly. We don't have the record of that letter. So anybody that is saying that letter is from the police should prove why it comes from the police. And if you say a letter is authentic, you must show you must have seen the letter that is authentic before you now clear the letter that is authentic. But to us, we are investigating deeply all the antecedents and all of DSP Mohammed ISAH HAMMAH, and it was equally discovered in the course of investigation that when he joined the police force, he has a certificate of birth which he filled with his own handwriting, 30th of November 1974 as his date of birth, and that one is there in the police record with the certificate of birth. But when he now swore to another affidavit in 2011, which is lying under oath, and he put his date of birth at 30th of November 1973.
Okay, that's a different. That's a different.
I'm trying to round up so that I can come back to you. Okay. And he equally swore to another affidavit in 2015 when he contested the election that he won. In 2011 he lost. In 2015 he swore to another affidavit which is lying under oath of 30th November 1973. And what he has when he was enlisting to the police force is 30th November 1974. So the public should judge. So to us, no matter what the statement that is issued by the commission, DSP Mohammed ISAH HAMMAH remain a deserter of the force, and he must report back to the force to face this disciplinary action. Everything that goes from the force goes to the commission, but at the level of the force, all the disciplinary action must be rounded up. Unfortunately for the police, it is the Police Service Commission that have the statutory powers. That is not unfortunate, sir.
Because you cannot bring him back to the force. You cannot bring him back to the force when those who are responsible for his retirement have said.
I think it's better for the public to listen to both of us.
Okay.
It's not argument between me and you, sir. We are putting it in public domain for the public to judge who is correct. Has it ever happened this way in Nigeria for somebody to retire and get retirement letter 4 years later? Somebody decided the force in 2010 and got retirement letter in 2014, backdated to 2010. And we have investigated for all the antecedents in the command and discovered that there are a lot of forgery. So somebody is not saying the truth somewhere.
All right.
So I think that
Nigerians have to know the truth.
Hello, I think that what you're saying is quite worrisome, because when we talk about the person or the chairman of the Police Service Commission, we're talking of a former IG of police. a man who knows the wherewithal, the workings of the force, and who can actually authenticate and say, look, this thing is right. And it's like the police against the police.
No, we are not against the police. I'm not joining issue with the Honorable Chairman of the Police Service Commission. He was our IG, and we hold him high esteem. I'm not joining issue with him because I don't know what the Honorable Chairman must have told you on the program, like I said earlier on. But what I'm insisting on is that I'm basing my reply to what you're asking me on the press release that's accredited to the spokesperson of the commission. The Nigerian Police Force is joining issue with the Police Service Commission. But we are saying the right to declare somebody a deserter, anybody that deserted the force, in this circumstance that DSP Mohammed ISAH deserted the force, lies with the Nigerian Police Force.
Okay.
The Police Service Commission have their responsibility.
We don't.
I wanted him to respond to what the chairman of Police Service Commission told us, that people do pay in money to the police for provision of security.
For provision of security, I didn't get you right. Paying into the police.
No, they said that there's a law that permits the police.
Let me give you an example. The policemen that are in the northeast now fighting insurgency, including the military and other services, are being paid allowance. And this allowance comes to the police remit it to them. Is that the kind of money you are referring to? Because if did not listen.
Unfortunately, we lost the landline there. Monsieur Jimon, we must continue to appreciate the police and he himself for always listening to us. And you have the opportunity to share with us your own your opinion, your vision about the whole issue, our mission about the issue through political platform at yahoo.com. Okiri Agbonsuremi here.
Bust it.